Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. I've been kind of in the market for some dry storage, so I've been scrolling along on Facebook Marketplace looking for some dry vans, semi-trailers to store some things in, and I found some for $1,000 a piece, and I think the ad said they're mid-70s, about 45 foot long. So they're about an hour and a half away, and the guy didn't really know much about them. Didn't know if they was leaked or anything, and so we're gonna ride down, take a look at them, and see if anything's worth bringing back home. You guys know, if you follow the channel, that we use this Freightliner. So it's a 2004 Freightliner Columbia, and it has a C13 Caterpillar in it, Eaton Fuller 10-speed transmission. And I get a lot of questions about it. The most common question that I have is, do I have to have a CDL to drive it, and do you have a CDL? So yes, I do have a Class A CDL in the state of Virginia, and as far as if you was to do this, do you need a CDL? I guess the question would be, the answer would be for that, I don't know if you need a CDL or not, because every state is different, and I just recently found this out. But in Virginia, and this is what I always thought in Virginia, but I found out that other states are different. But in Virginia, the answer is no. If you title this truck privately, tag this truck privately, you do not have to have a CDL or a special license of any kind to drive it. Now, I have found out that states like Texas require a special license before you can tow anything over, depending on what you're doing. But a combined weight of 26,001 pounds requires, when I say combined weight, that means truck and trailer. That requires you to have a Class A license, special license. It's not a CDL. CDL stands for Commercial Driver's License. Commercial means commerce, which is making money. We're not making money here. This is a private vehicle, just like an F-350 ton truck. You know, it's tagged the same as that truck. It's not tagged as a portion or for hire. I'm not making money with it. It's not commercial. So it basically has the same type of tags that you put on a pickup. They're called weighted tags, and you buy the tags by the weight. So that's how this truck is tagged, is privately. And in Virginia, that does not require any type of special license. But you do need to check your state, the state that you reside in, for those laws, because North Carolina requires a special license. So that's just something you might have to look into if you're considering doing this. And see, that even falls into, you take a 1-ton dually pickup and a 18,000-pound camper. That could very possibly put you into the CDL requirement, or not CDL, but the special driver's license requirement. And some states require a license based on length. I seen when I was looking on the website, and if I can find that website, I'll see if I can get it posted or put a link to it, either in the description, or I'm not sure if I can make that an iCard, but if I can, I will. And I may even put it in text across the bottom of the screen or something. But it was a very helpful website. I seen it on I think the name of the channel is Big Truck Big RV or something like that. He was the one that posted the link to it. So as far as experience, I can't remember exactly, but I think I got my CDL in 2006, and I've been around trucks basically my whole life. I had some family members that drove, and I would jump at the opportunity to go with them. So I used to ride with my great uncle a lot, and I've always had a desire for trucks, you know. So then I think in 2006, I believe it was, I got my Class A CDL, and of course I had drove some before then, but anyway, I went and got my license in 2006, I believe it was. It was either 2005 or 6, and I've been driving pretty much ever since. I never drove over the road. I've done more of, I hauled a little bit of everything. I hauled wide side loads. I've hauled logs, I've hauled sawmill waste, I've hauled lumber, equipment, produce. I drove a dump trailer a little bit. Yeah, so I've got a pretty wide, you know, variety, I guess you could say. But yeah, as far as, you know, you guys that drive cross country, hats off to you. That's a big commitment. I like being home every evening, every night. So yeah, I think it was 2012. I put in my notice. I was hauling produce at the time, and I put in my notice and told my employer that I was going to give it up and stay at home with my kids. Well, at the time I only had one, but I had one. We were, you know, thinking about having another kid at the time. So anyway, I gave it up. Become a stay-at-home dad in 2012, April of 2012, I believe it was. And I've been home ever since. Then I always had this dream of buying one of these things and pulling my camper. We've been camping since 2011, I believe. 2010, I'm sorry. We started camping in 2010. We bought our first camper. It was a 35-foot wilderness fifth wheel. So at the time I had a 99 F250, which I still have the 99 F250. 99 F250 that I converted to dually. I put a dual wheel kit on it and put a flatbed on it. The guy had slid the truck into a tree and damaged it. It's a long bed, single rear wheel. It's a 7.3 Power Stroke with a 6-speed transmission, and so that truck handled that camper really well. I added airbags to it and auto level valve, air compressor, and all that good stuff. I mean, it's set up to tow, and that thing it'll tow. It's a beast, and it handles the it'll handle our Road Warrior that we have now. It's an 18,000 pound fully loaded fifth wheel, 42.5 foot, I believe it is. So yeah, that Super Duty will handle it, but it won't handle it as safe as this. You know, the thing with these pickups is they're building so much power. You know, the power's there. It's just the braking ability is where I think a lot of these pickups are lacking, especially the older ones like that one. Yeah, I'm not real familiar with any of the newer stuff. I've got what I need between this truck and that one to get the job done. So after that fifth wheel, we traded it in on a 2009, I believe. No. Can't remember now. I think it was a 2000. 2006 Raptor. It was a tri-axle toy hauler. Let's see, it was a 15.5 max weight on that one. And we pulled it with the Super Duty everywhere. We took it to Pensacola, Florida. And we just decided we was ready to trade, so we traded for the 2012 Road Warrior. And I have to say, I have been disappointed with the Road Warrior. I've done a lot of repairs to it, and a lot of the repairs that had to be done was poor quality, poor quality control, I guess you could say. But anyway, we're getting all of the kinks worked out of that thing. We'll see what happens with that. But as far as, you know, I get a lot of, also as far as the questions and all, I get a lot of questions about how hard is it to get around with this rig? So the question, I mean, the thing is, you know, my camper is 42.5 foot long, and this truck, bumper to bumper, is 4 foot. I'm trying to remember if it was bumper to bumper or wheelbase. Either way, this truck's 4 foot longer than the F250. It's not a crew cab, it's a extended cab with the suicide doors, but it is a long bed, so it's not the longest wheelbase they have. But anyway, it's 4 foot longer. This Freightliner is 4 foot longer than the Super Duty. But I got out in the yard and turned a circle as tight as the Super Duty would turn. Then I got in the Freightliner and done a circle with the Freightliner and measured those two circles. This Freightliner with the setback front axle and the oversteer will turn a 4 foot smaller circle than the Super Duty. Now, on the Super Duty, I do have the back glass and the side glasses and everything where I can see that way, but when I'm looking out of the mirrors on the Super Duty with that camper, it's on an 8'6" frame, I can see to about the front axle on the trailer, and that's it. I can't see the back. Now with this thing, I can see the very back corner of the fifth wheel because the mirrors are so much bigger and wider. So as far as backing this thing in, I 10 to 1 rather use this truck than I had my Super Duty. Not to mention, it's geared so much lower in reverse, I just kind of ease it out. You know, with my Super Duty, I'm working the fool out of it, basically. You know, having to slip the clutch and all, and unless you put it in full wheel low. That is where an automatic comes in a little bit better, I think. But I say that, and my father-in-law has an 04 Dodge Cummins with an automatic, 3500, and his transmission overheat light comes on sometimes when he's backing up a load. So I don't know, maybe you are better off slipping the clutch if you need to. Well guys, we're here. We're gonna take a look around, see these trailers. They got several here to choose from. I don't know if they're any count or not. We're gonna take a look around and see if any of them's worth it. See if they're dry. That's my biggest concern, and make sure the tires is good enough to get back to the house. So, all right, we'll take a look, and I'll get back with you if we decide we're gonna get one. All right, so I think I got one picked out. It's a 79 model Great Dane, 45 foot long, and it seems to be in fair condition. There's a couple little holes in it here and there. We'll put some caulking in, or put some tape over or something. And so I'm gonna, the guy hadn't got here yet, and I'm gonna back up to it and see. I'm gonna put some air on it and maybe hook the lights up and just see what kind of shape it's in. All the tires are up, they're in good shape. Looks like it's got brand new brakes on it. Well, not brand new, but new brakes way back when. He said none of these trailers has moved in probably 10 years. So yeah, we'll back up to it and see what we got. So I've got a leaking valve in there. It'll show up. It don't sound as loud now as it did. I cycled the brakes one time. I'm gonna try it again. Sometimes them things will stick. But I don't have any lights either. And that may be from, the light problem may be from where the fifth wheel's not, the truck's not touching the trailer, so I don't have any ground. That don't work, I'll tap on it a little bit. Well guys, we got the Great Dane that I was talking about. Of course the brakes was stuck on it. They've been sitting for about 10 years, so he said. He had to move them actually across the little road there, and you can see where the driver drug it across the road, where one wheel was stuck, one wheel of brakes. So we got the hammer out and beat on it a little bit and got it back going. Check this out. That is Pilot Mountain. See if we can't ease this thing back to the house. Seems to be pulling pretty good. Spring ride trailer.